Aloha, guys. I was in the middle of preparing for today's Missing Mondays, and all of a sudden, sorry, giving the dogs treats. There we go. Um, Things started breaking. There have been some remains found at in Corpus Christi. I'm gonna pull up. It looks like there's one channel that I was able to track that is live right now. Um, I'm trying to pull this together right now as I'm hearing it. First of all, thank you, Amy. Amy
Okay, I
is the
see the
one who
coroner's
let
office
me
coming
know
out.
this was happening.
Was that it? Did they
Um,
take it? Did
and
they get
because
the
I know
body?
so many of us were following this case,
Okay,
I
I don't know.
wanted to bump
Okay.
in as quickly as I could on it. Um, we will see. We do not know. And just warning, this may or may not be him. He is one of the few that have recently gone missing, but there are other areas around town. Okay, there's other towns
Okay, I
nearby,
see the
but it's
the coroner's
this is
office. I'm not sure
probably
if they
the
put the
closest
body
I've
in
come to
already.
wondering if
Okay.
we may have some closure here.
Okay.
Hey Thea, hey
And it could be a
Crystal, hey
body.
Crystal. Everything changed, didn't it? I've been
At,
trying to put
at
together a
home.
live for
I can't
later
go
on
up anyway.
today,
Yeah.
but I had to stop this real quickly.
So we have
So
one.
from what I
Um,
understand is this is an
I'm
area,
not sure if they
and I'm
recovered the
looking
body yet.
for it
We didn't get to
all
see because we
right
stayed right.
now.
They
I'm
blocked
playing it
us
in the
there,
background. I know I'm
and that's
talking
okay.
over the gentleman right
Right.
now.
That's okay.
I'm looking for stuff right now on this to see exactly what's popping up from this.
So we have the coroner's office.
Coroner's office there, it looks like.
I'm not sure if they're leaving.
Just real quick.
Let's...
Oh, are they leaving already? Whoop. Something, we got a little buffering going on right there. Okay,
I'm
there
not
we
sure
go.
if that body's in there or not.
So we don't know whether or not they have his body, or whoever's body, whether it is him or someone else. But from the understanding, this is fairly near. That's what I'm trying to find out, is the exact location. So maybe I could pull it up on a map.
All right, guys.
If this shuts down, what I'll do is I'll start gathering information.
Is right a block away. You'll see his apartment complex from here.
Yeah, there's his. You can see it right there. You can see the complex right there. So this is fairly close.
So I think it's safe to say that they already took the body out.
Yeah, sounds like it looks like it was within. Let me pull all this up so I know I'm giving you guys the right information.
Will be taken to.
Caleb. Yeah, we've been following, as you guys know, Caleb.
I don't think
case from the beginning. Please, guys, keep his family in prayer. We all know Caleb's family has been. Their faith is something that I look up at, because even in the middle of all this, they have kept him in their hearts. They have prayed for him. They have let him lead the way. Okay, their faith is deep-seated. Please keep them in your prayers right now. I don't know how to feel about this either, Cristola. I'm kind of lost myself, because we don't know if it's Caleb or not, guys. I know some people are saying, well, Caleb's the only one missing in the area, and we don't know. There are other people missing in that area. If there's one thing I've learned covering this case, is that there's a lot of issues, okay, with missing people in that area, and not just from Corpus. There's areas around Corpus. So we don't know for sure. It is looking, so it is at Ennis, Jocelyn, and Holly. Okay, got it. Thank you, BC. I was trying to pull all this up, so yeah. Ennis, it's near the city pump station, from what I'm getting here. So hey, High Priestess, how you doing, my dear? And by the way, BC, thank you for pulling that for me real quickly. Let me see what I can do on bringing up Google Earth real quick without killing my computer. Oh, High Priestess, love you, my dear. Thank you, and thanks for popping in also on this. I'm pulling up Google Earth right now so we can take a quick look. Okay, let me see. So, Ennis, Jocelyn, and Holly. Ennis, Jocelyn, and Holly Road. Okay. I don't want to pull off this video right now, but I'm actually kind of trying to pull all this together so we can look at it as soon as we have a second here. Life has been busy for you, but you've been, you know, that's how I do it. A lot of times I'm just in the background and people don't even realize I'm sitting in a live or something. Just life has been crazy. It really has been crazy lately. Okay, I'm looking at this. I've got that there, and I'm going to pull now his place, and I'm going to pull all this up for you guys in a few. I just don't want to pull this off right now. Oh God, this is so close, guys. This is really, really close. And I don't know, like Christola said, how do you guys in chat feel about this?
Got it?
I mean, we talk about hope. We talk about closure.
Thank you.
He's been missing for so long
Thank
at this point. Okay, and I mean, it could be much longer, of course. We have people who've been gone much longer than this. But his family has needed
Oh, that tastes well. That tastes
closure
good.
also.
Yeah, nice and cold, yeah.
We didn't know what. I know the FBI, everyone has been looking at his phones. Okay, not at his phone, but looking at, okay, the technology side of things. Okay, who has he been talking to? There's been discussions about, did he talk with someone that he met up with? Did he go for a walk and something happened? The wrong person, someone hit him, and or whatever. There's been so many different possibilities. And
There's still one
so
more. There's still one more.
there. Here
corner.
we go. You briefly heard about, High Priestess briefly heard about the case. It's so sad. I'm glad that we're hope.
And this could still be
A part of me doesn't even want to say
a
I
search
hope,
and rescue
and because that's
operation. Okay, so
hope is hope.
there could have been
Hope
one
is
piece
there
or
until
another
the
piece,
moment
or
that
I'm
we
not
are
sure.
told
We don't have those details,
there is none.
but they're going to try to recover as much as they can, right?
So please, again, just actually let me make a banner just so everyone knows. We do
I'm
not know
sure.
if this
I
is
mean,
him.
We don't know. It's kind of hard to tell right now.
Okay, sorry, I just want to get that up so people coming in know, because I don't want people jumping and thinking that these are his remnants.
Just one body?
We don't know.
Elizabeth,
And
are you here?
hey B Tim, how you doing, my dear? Okay, I'm gonna
Where are you at?
quickly
So I can see if you're here.
try to. Okay, let me see.
I didn't mean to slam the car.
I'm going to do this real quick just to, so I have this up also. I'm going to show you guys just how far away this is. This is literally, oh, I don't want to take the screen off. Let me actually do this quietly behind the scenes and tell you how far away we are. This is 1.13 miles away from his house. Well, from the 1900 block of Ennis Jocelyn. So it's very close. It's close enough that water could have been involved in
I'm
this.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're not going to know until they can, okay, verify things, all that. Because there's always hope. Every family that you talk to who's been in this type of situation tells you until that phone call comes or that visit comes saying that someone's been identified, there's hope. And you don't know which hope it is you're looking for, to be honest, also. Because at some point that kind of starts switching. I'm looking at this.
I'm drinking water.
You can actually see him. Yes, it's the city pump station, BC. From what I'm reading here, it's actually near the city pump station near Ennis Jocelyn. This has been going on for a little over an hour from what I'm recognizing right now.
It's probably going to be dark.
Let's see. How hot is it in Corpus Christi right now since he's talking?
Oh, I've been out here for an hour holding a phone with my aunt.
Yeah,
Come
this
hold the
guy
phone
is
for me,
really,
okay?
from what I understand, it's
Jeez.
89 right
I need a
now,
tripod.
7
Yeah,
p.m.
yeah, I saw the chief of police here. He is here on the scene.
So chief of police is there.
Okay, so, all right, let me try to explain. I think a lot of people are going to get mixed up about all this, but we're going to
Okay.
try to explain this
We're
to
going to
you.
listen to this.
So, this is a manhole right here. Do you see that manhole cover? All right, see that? It says City of Corpus Christi sewer line or sewer, whatever it may say on it, you know. That's
Manhole.
where it ties in all the way down the road, right? There's a big sewer line that goes all the way around the road, right? All right, but it it's let me zoom out.
You
So
get his,
there's one here, and there could be possibly
Please.
another one down there,
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
get it
another.
for you.
But the way the sewer line works is that, let's just say we're gonna flow everything towards this pump station, right? So what happens is this manhole is going to be higher than that pump station because it has to flow to the pump station so they can get
There you
pumped
go.
a longer distance. Okay. What's not a sewer line? Is that not a sewer line? This is a sewer line.
Okay, while they're trying to figure this part out, this is Corpus Christi Chronica that is actually filming this right now. They're the only ones from what I'm hearing right now that are live down there. We have heard the chief of police is there. Again, we do not know for sure. However, that building you're seeing behind there, that's
So,
actually the apartment
not mistaken,
complexes.
So they got something wrapped in yellow tape or yellow, something yellow, and then you got yeah, the yellow tarp, yeah.
Little tarp in the background there, yeah.
You can't see anything from way over here, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. You're not seeing anything graphic here, I promise you.
Yeah, he's been very,
So,
very good about not showing
there's a
anything
sewer line
graphic. He's been very,
goes
very
all the
courteous
way down.
and respectful.
Right? Now, right, there's two manholes. Like one could be for the drain
Good
that
question.
goes into this canal.
He was
But do you
live when I
think all
came here.
your-
He sent an article
Your
in this
water
in
that you
KBC.
flush down the toilet goes here? No. It has to go to the pump station, which is where they found the body. And with the latest storm that we got, we could have had a big push or a flush
Okay.
to this this pump
That's
station
possible.
where they
Very
found these human
possible.
remains. During those pump station
It's a neighborhood,
operations, it's also being pumped back to the wastewater treatment.
Thank you, BC. I just saw what you sent me. So BC has sent me an article from KII TV, which is right there in Corpus, saying that Corpus Christi PD has confirmed human remains
Just depending on how
were found
it's all
inside the water lift
constructed.
station.
Okay, it's not like
There's
just
no
okay, let me
evidence
just put
they're
it to you like
connected
this,
to Caleb right now.
right? They might have, like right now we have sewer lines, right? Here in the city, you are blessed to have a sewer system in your city, because outside the rural area, you have septic tanks. This is what they found, basically, this body. It's like a septic tank. You're 17 feet deep inside of a septic tank. Okay, they are, okay, you can
Hey,
see
Robbie,
them.
how you
They're
doing,
all
my
in
dear?
hazmat suits in yellow
By the way,
there.
great live earlier.
After retrieval of the body. So I do believe that the body has been recovered, and looks like they are washing the individuals that went down.
Okay, so yeah, there would be biohazardous potentials, I would think. Okay, if you're taking a body
We're
out
gonna
of
keep it
water
live,
and all
guys. We're gonna
that.
keep it live. Give me a big thumbs up. Let Facebook know
Again, Corpus
This is the
Christi
type of information
Chronica,
that you want
who
to
we're
see on your
listening
social
to
media
right
site.
now. who's
If you want me to keep
reporting all
rolling
this,
on
and
Facebook
hopefully,
Live, please let me know in the comment section,
hopefully Chris is
or just
keeping
give me
you
a big
guys from
thumbs
hearing
up,
my
and
dog
I'll
bark.
know if we should
Come on,
continue to
Ridley.
go
Come here,
live.
baby boy. And also, he is in total, I want my big sister. And so yeah, so this is definitely the water pump station. This, okay, so we're talking 1.16 miles away from, okay, where he disappeared from his apartment complex, Caleb's. Now again, we don't know, is this Caleb? We don't know. There have been other times that they thought they found stuff, okay, and true, there are not that many people who have gone missing in this time period, okay, that something like this would have been found. And Caleb's one of the few. And but it's interesting. I'd want to know, okay, with this area where they found him, how often do they look?
I don't think you're going to get much more information than this, because
Oh yeah, this
the
guy's
police aren't
doing
going to tell you
amazing.
that much, because this is still an open investigation. And with the open police investigation, not much information can be put out. Can you zoom in there? No. Get a photo of them.
Let's all jump in the shower. How's that? I don't know while I'm hearing this. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the pump stations work within city water. Is this an intake or an outtake area? Is it connected to the actual water supply in any way? How often do they clean the area out? So that would tell us how often between when people come near it. Could it have been something that he was in the water and, or whoever, we're saying he, but it could be.
All right, sorry about not holding
and
this
have
phone
gotten
steady, but
pushed
we're live,
back
guys.
into
We're
the
live
system area.
on Lexington Street for a body that's been found inside the Perry Place water pump station, or sewer pump station, guys. It's a sewer. There's two different things, sewer and drain. This is not the drain, this is the sewer. This is where you flush the toilet and
Okay, so this is the output.
Sewage water goes.
I'll answer that by the way in
Wastewater.
the other side.
It's what they charge you for every month.
So this is the wastewater side. So this is what's coming out.
Everybody
not
out in the
what's coming
rural area,
in, which is,
they have what they call a
yeah.
septic tank, and this is exactly where they are saying they found human remains about 15 feet inside this toxic gases, where a lot of gas. Imagine feces.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's
it's got to
feces
be
in one
horrible
place,
in that area.
Okay, that's where that's exactly what this place is. It's a pump station. It
It's a
pumps
septic tank area
your
that pumps.
fecal
Yeah.
water to the wastewater treatment plant, so that we can treat the water
Okay.
and then pump it back out to the bay. Okay.
Oh,
right
that's how
now,
they do it there.
They have already recovered a body, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'm gonna pull that down for just a second while we're going through this. I don't think I can get closed captions on this. Nope, I don't. And however, so yeah, so we're finding out it's definitely the sewer side. Okay, so it's the output side rather than the intake side. To answer Thea's question, yes, there are a number of people who have been missing from Corpus. This time period, not a lot that would fall into this time period. Most of those that have gone missing have been found. But again, we don't know how the remains, okay, how old are the remains that we're looking at? We don't know. So this is the area that I did the live about all the young men, especially young men who also had fishing hobbies and all. Amy, thank you so much for sharing this with me, because I was so focused on finding something to cover for tonight that I was not even looking for updates on Caleb at the time.
Oh God.
Yes, I would think that all
So
this is me. I don't know, but you would think that all the sewage. Sorry, I know I have him in the background, but I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
And all sewage, as well as wastewater, storm drains, all that would go into this area, because as they said, it comes to this area, is then treated, and then put out into the bay.
That was
And
about an
once
hour
it's at
ago,
a safe
you know,
level to be put
when
into
they
the
were
bay.
coming up with a plan. to
So
recover the
I
body.
would think
That's
maybe
already
storm drains go to this
been
area.
done.
I don't know for sure though. I know here in Hawaii,
Ain't
our
nobody got time for all
stormwater
this mess, okay?
goes straight out to the. I
So,
think it goes straight out
don't-
because I've seen the
don't
streams
start talking
where it
mess
goes
on
straight out.
Chronica.
So I'm not 100% sure, but hey, Mal, yeah, we do not know right now if this is or not. I can
How does
tell
they know
you
there was a
this.
body
I
there? That's
pulled
the
up the
question
map,
they're
and I
asking
don't want to
me,
go. Well, here.
reverted back to the
I'm going to
assistant
show you guys the map real quickly since you guys have been watching this for a few seconds, and then we'll come right back to that as soon as I get there. Okay, so 1900 Ennis Jocelyn, so the area and all that we were talking about is up in this area. Okay, and here is where, okay, the remains were found. So you're literally talking about a mile. Okay, just over a mile. So, very close. In fact, I'm going to stop sharing this and go back to the video right now. I don't want to miss anything. But
Say it in the comments.
you can
section.
actually see the apartment complexes in the
Continue
back.
on with your day, right?
Right there. You can see everything right there.
We've been
So,
on for 145.
theories.
About an hour, 45 minutes.
High Priestess, there's quite a
Guys,
few.
yeah, my hand.
For those of you
It's hurting.
who have been following, share with us your favorite theory. And the night he went missing was very, very foggy, which has been a problem because a lot of the cameras could not catch things because of the fog. And a lot of thoughts, was there a car accident
Really
or
nothing
something
to see
like
here,
that?
that we
Sorry,
haven't been
guys.
seen in the last
Was there a
hour and
car
half.
accident or something like
huge
that? And then
Presence
someone
of,
kind of like a
police,
hit and run, but hide him.
uh,
Others, did he
firefighters,
try to meet
search
up
and
with
rescue,
someone? Okay,
forensics,
and wrong person, wrong time.
The water department.
Unaliving does not seem to be something that makes sense in this case whatsoever. So there are definitely a lot of different thoughts. Sister Knife sent it to you. Yeah. And you know what? His family has been one of the most amazing families that I've ever seen through these. I mean, they have kept it focused on Caleb. Okay, they haven't gotten involved in all the drama stuff and things like that. It's like, nope, guys, this is about Caleb. Let's get us right back on track. This is about Caleb. Okay, they've had to open up some possibilities that parents of college age kids don't like to open up to. The chance that, okay, maybe he was trying to set up a one night evening type thing. A lot of different things. You know, from what I heard, I didn't know if it was a storm. It was foggy. It was extremely foggy that night. I don't remember there being a necessary storm because if you actually remember that picture that he shared,
What I'm being told, I mean,
it was
you scooped the news
the
today.
cross. Okay, there was like a little culvert or goalie. Goalie.
I've been using this
Okay,
about an hour
little area
before,
over
and
a
could
bridge.
be
But when you look at it
something,
during the day,
yeah.
and they said
So
there was
it's kinda
not much
weird.
water in it. That's why I'm thinking there wasn't like tons of
was-
water
oh,
because they
sorry.
were saying no, there wasn't much water in it or anything like that at the time.
Right.
So, but we don't know how this water works its way there because it's sounding like the sewer system comes down. We've all seen, okay, you've got your like they were showing you, okay, all the way down the street. You got your manhole covers coming all the way down the street.
Yeah, you were here.
All of that's water coming in to this area. So we don't know from where would whoever this is have
Really?
entered that system.
Can I see?
Yep, he posted a
What did it say?
bridge. It wasn't, from what I remember being told, that it was not very deep with water. It was definitely more like an ankle length. Sometimes, yeah, it could get a little bit more with heavy rains, but it wasn't like super rainy or anything. Also Bay is right there. It's on the bay side. There you go. And you're looking at his apartment. That's how close this is. It's extremely.
Oh yeah.
That's my thing. How long did, talking like this, but how long have any remains taken to get it?
That No one should
It
be on top
looks
of the
like,
bridge.
yes,
So
it looks
trying to
like
keep
the
the media
body
from being in the
itself,
middle of the
the
bridge,
remains itself, whoever it is,
broadcasting, just
work
you
their
can't be on
way
the
through the
bridge
sewer system to
because there's no
this area.
sidewalks. And there's only a
Okay,
rail,
where
so
it all starts coming together, where they can clean it up
they just
and
gotta
stuff
protect the
like
bridge.
that. So you have
And but
almost
I
looks
got
like,
here
yeah, it was
first,
in the
so
pump house. So
I
it
know
was
where to
working
stand.
its
And I
way
usually
into
just
the
stand
area
behind this little
where
stick
they could
right
start
here.
the cleaning
See
process
this
so they
stick?
could
Just to let you
actually
know
get rid of the water
that
back out into
this
the
is
bay.
where the
And
sidewalk starts.
that's it,
And
BC. At least
we got
it may not have been the
we got
ending that
a
that
very
family
good,
will have been looking for, but it's closure. Because how
view
many
here.
families wait for some sort of closure? Okay, and every day that goes by,
So,
that
Jessica,
teeter-totter between what type of
how does-
end you're expecting changes.
how does a body get found
Yeah.
inside of a pump station for the sewer, right? So, number one, it
Let's see what
was
they're suggesting.
either he volunteered to go inside of a sewer line, and
Or
he might have been exploring at 3 o'clock in the morning, which doesn't make any sense.
no,
right?
that doesn't make any sense for him to be
So,
out at
The
night.
second option would be is that he was involuntarily
Yeah.
put there, right? I got a
And
drone.
then worked his way through the
and
system.
y'all guys paid for it.
But that one doesn't have anything on it. Okay. Now,
There you go.
they didn't
Let's see. So they're saying there is an area with a little tent, yellow tent, where they've been decontaminating those
There is a
who
manhole
gathered
that's
the
without a
remains.
lid.
So it looks
See
like
that?
the remains and already left with the coroner.
Where's that one at?
The chief of police was there.
Straight down. There is a manhole without a lid. Like I said, could have been intoxicated. A lot of people have been intoxicated, and that's okay to be intoxicated.
Okay,
You
I'm
know? You're not,
check.
because I didn't know that roommate told me that he had about 10 beers that night.
So just so you
Okay.
know, it looks
And
like
that's okay. I mean, you're a college
Caleb's dad has been
student. You
called
have some drinks at home.
by the police
take a walk in
and
the neighborhood and
is
You're not
on
paying
his way down to the
attention to
scene
the
right
floor
now.
or the ground, and then you fall straight down into a manhole
please
that's
keep
not
them in
covered.
your prayers, guys.
Now, they did find a manhole. I just seen the video of a manhole that's not covered with that plate. So this is going to be
That
a
has been
manhole.
verified
Okay, they have to be
that
covered with
Randy
that
is
heavy
on his
plate,
way. His dad is on his way down right now.
right?
Please, prayers out.
Right. And
It
you
could
have
be.
fell in
That's
there.
what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering.
So you could either fall in
No
or you put
updates
in.
right now by the
So
police.
which one is it? Think about that situation. Think about all the facts of this case.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
And how can a 21-year-old male, healthy, fall down a manhole and just stay down there? I mean, unless he was he knocked unconscious if he did fall?
That's the only way I
or,
could see it happening.
Did he
On a voluntary like non-foul
Was
play
he
level,
Did he
it would have
see
had to be
something
fall
out
down
here
a
and
manhole and be knocked
someone did
unconscious.
something bad to him? Did he meet up
Otherwise,
with
someone
somebody
did something
nearby?
to him
Okay,
and tried to dispose
Give me 1
through
second.
that system.
That's the one I saw. Yeah.
And I know one of the thoughts
Yeah,
people had for quite a while was, because of the fog that night, could there have been an
Where's that
accident
manhole that's
and
found?
someone, kind of like a hit and run type thing?
So, like I said, we
But
thoroughly
then
checked this
thought,
area
well,
multiple
I'll take the
times.
next step of
This is the one right here.
trying to
Okay,
hide.
there is one right here.
Yep, right
Is
up.
that where it's
body.
uncovered?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there is a uncovered
Again, this
manhole
has not been
down
confirmed.
this road. I didn't
it's
see
Caleb.
that one, but that's good information. It could be a possible place where Caleb was either put in or fell in.
I need to go back through the weather
Okay.
from those days.
But we got to see if that's even a sewer
Amy or Sister Knives
manhole and not a drain manhole.
or BC, anyone.
Because
I
or
think you
this
can go back
person,
and check
right,
weather
and I don't want to be speculating because we don't
He
know
went
who
missing
it is.
on
But I'll
March
let
4th
you
if it
make your
helps for
decision.
searching
Who
weather.
do you
I'll
think
try to
was
do that
found
too.
inside this pump station? If you can please pray for Caleb Harris and his
Please
family,
pray for his
it will
family,
be deeply
guys.
appreciated. Down inside the comment section, please leave some words, some positive words for the Harris family.
I have that phone call to have to, because they've been going out. They even just recently had another search going on. They were talking about how hot it was and all that because we're going into those summer months where it's super freaking hot. Corpus Christi is where this is. Corpus Christi, Texas. Okay, I'm checking right now. I'm not seeing rain per se. On the 4th. Okay, 3rd, 4th. It was 68 during the day, 66 at night on the 3rd, which was that night. 66 degrees. Let me check what the weather looks. It looks like it was partly cloudy, but not rainy that night. Humidity was definitely high, though. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can get any rain stuff. I'm not telling you rain, just cloudy. Yeah, if anyone else sees anything else for the 3rd, just overcast. That's what you guys are getting to? Yeah, that's what I'm getting then. Okay. We've got enough of us to say that. So yeah, Corpus Christi, just overcast, about 66 degrees. Hey, Seal, yeah, when I saw this, we do not know that this is him yet, Seal,
The
by
only
the way.
missing person, or there's 2 missing people.
Yeah, there is.
That were.
It's the time frame. We don't know
nearby.
The age of the remains at this point.
Maybe 3-4 miles away. The only person that's missing in this area that has been reported in the last year,
it hasn't been found.
It's going to be Caleb Harris.
Yeah. But then there's always, we know,
you want to
people
think
who
it
aren't
may be
reported.
somebody else. I mean, the mathematic.
It's very small, to be honest.
Yeah, the statistics are so much against you right now.
Oh, okay, so Seal, just so you know, and I'm kind of leaving him playing in the background.
That's
this
why
is
I'm
Corpus
saying
Christi
please pray for
Chronica
Caleb Harris
on Facebook.
I don't have that information.
From what we're hearing, this is in a pump station, just about a mile from the house.
Okay.
We haven't been told anything yet about timing. However, it has been confirmed that Caleb's dad has
a lot of
been asked to come down.
To see
and now I don't know if that's just because, this we think is him, we need to bring him down.
Caleb Harris' family's on the way.
But they are
from
as
New
they're saying here
Braunfels,
right now.
Texas.
Yeah, it is New Braunfels they're
I've
coming
seen
from.
Some of the information they put out to the public.
Let me just check.
I
know New Braunfels because that's where I stay when I go to Texas. But let me check how long it takes to drive that.
So I don't want to be invasive on that.
But for them to go to the step of saying, okay,
And
it's
I
a
can't
2 hour,
imagine
30 minute, 2 hour, 28
going
minute
through.
drive from New Braunfels to Corpus Christi. And they've been making this trip so many times. But for them to be making it right now, just keep him in your prayers. Keep his mom, keep his dad. His sister, if you remember, his sister had her sweet 16 birthday party. Okay, with her brother missing.
So,
and considering you have the border nearby,
in
there's
this
still a chance.
immediate
Exactly. There's
area,
until,
which is right
like
in
I
front
said,
of where
until we get
they
that message that
where
they found him.
Caleb Harris went missing.
There's always hope.
There's a pump station in the middle of the cornfield. You cannot see it from the cottages because
The anxiety
the
his
corn
mom must feel. It's
has
just,
grew over 6 feet tall. So you can't see the pump station from in front of the cottages like it did if you were here 4 months
that
ago when
might
you
be
started
right.
the search.
Okay.
Okay.
4 months
So
ago,
now
they
that
had
field
really
is,
high,
you
overgrown.
can't really see it from this side. So that's why we came to Lexington Street, because if not, everybody would be at the cottages right now.
Right.
Okay. There would be a lot of people in this area. Okay, so this area is on Lexington, right behind Roy's Bait and
Keeping an
Tackle
eye on news on my phone.
or Yamaha Boat Center. Okay, I think I said this before, so I'm just gonna. It's not a septic tank. What is a septic
Again,
tank?
Corpus Christi Chronica
Sewer,
is who's talking
right?
about. Yeah. Not, yeah. Yes. Large odds. So, yeah.
The man, this
Oops, sorry.
could he have fallen in a manhole?
I don't
Did he
know.
try to hang
It
in
was
there,
dark
an
that
empty
night, so it
manhole?
is
I'm not sure.
possible. But I wonder about it's taken so long. Yeah, waste system. It sounds like it's the sewer pump. Okay, the pump house and all leading towards there. So they were talking about one of the manholes in that area
Okay, guys.
is missing.
Okay, so the open manhole is near that area over there.
Okay.
That's what I'm being told. Is that open manhole is the right of this light tan and brown building, which is the pump station, the Perry
Right.
Place pump station.
Right there's the pump station.
Over
right.
here in this area is where the open manhole is.
Okay, Corpus
And on the
Christi.
other side, between the pump station and those cottages over there, that's where Caleb. I can see his house from here. Okay, I
Yeah,
can see
you
his
can see it
apartment
right
from
there.
here. Okay, that's. I know it looks different because it doesn't show how
Pull the
exactly how
map back
far
up
it
in a
is.
sec.
But if I can zoom in with my phone, you're about a block away from the apartments. You're about half a block away to the pump station. Okay. So it might have been in this area, which I know several of them went missing in the Flower Bluff area. None in front of Ennis Jocelyn and SPID. That's exactly where we're at. We're still here in the same place, guys, just a block away. So could it be Caleb Harris? You
It's
tell
very,
me.
very.
Do you think it's Caleb Harris or not? And so they've already taken the body, the remains, to the Nueces County examiner's, the examiner's office, and it will be there where they identify the body. Okay, and I'm sure
This is
they're going to do that
so
through dental
close,
records.
guys.
They're going to do that through.
I
other
updated my map from
DNA
what I was
testing.
sharing you guys earlier.
And yes, the remains have been removed.
Yeah, remains are gone. Okay, let me just do this real quick, and then I'll share this with y'all.
Yes, the body has been taken away.
Okay. I'm going to real quickly switch over to the map again, just for those of you who have come in, so you can see just how far away this is. If anything pops up, I'll switch back real quick. Okay, so I redid my stuff here. The cottages at Corpus Christi are right in this area. This is Holly Road and Ennis Jocelyn. So my suspicion is the area we're talking about, this field, something tells me is probably right in this area if I'm looking at this correct. Here's Holly Road. And all, but that's even closer now. Let me just, half a mile away. So, wow. Okay, let me pull up the other. I don't want to be away from that for too long, just in case something pops up. So, there we go.
You know, it's not like
They're talking right now about
you know,
was he
heavily
intoxicated at the
had a little
time?
buzz,
And no, the thought is he
but
was
that
not
was it.
heavily
He wasn't
intoxicated
overboard
from what we know.
intoxicated.
He was waiting. They had been out with
He had
their
just
dog,
ordered his Uber Eats,
and he had
the next
ordered
day to go
Uber
to
Eats.
school.
You're hearing the rest of it.
Around 3 o'clock that morning, or 1 o'clock that morning.
That's the thing, Amy. That's
was,
where I'm having
you know,
problems because we don't know for sure if it's. I'm almost
Caleb
positive.
Harris
Part of me
was
feels it
seen
deep
with
down.
2 of his roommates at
But we don't know.
1 o'clock in the morning walking his dog.
See, and that's the thing. We don't know how
Shortly after
old
that, about 3
the
o'clock,
remains
Caleb
are.
posted a
Is it
story on
recent
his
remains
Snapchat
or is it
application
skeletal or
on his
what
phone
are we talking about right now?
stating that
Still, I'm thinking it's
he wanted
probably
to.
Caleb. My gut is telling me.
Well, he just posted a picture of
Hey,
right in
Christine, my
front
dear, love you, my
of
dear.
his
Oh,
apartment complex, this ditch.
I'm just thinking about his parents driving right now.
It's like this
from New
bridge right here, but
Braunfels.
it's on the other side where the cottages are. It's this bridge. He took a picture of it, right? Kinda
I
took
need to
picture
take a
of it,
look
so
at
the
that. 2
canal.
years old. I don't know if I've heard that case. So I need to go take a
And
look.
I don't know exactly what he was doing, but it was foggy that night. This happened 4 months ago. Okay.
Yeah, he had gone out. They had been out just earlier with the dog. That's the video that you can see everywhere, including in my shorts. And then everyone went in. Some people headed back, okay, to their apartments, things like that. Others went to go sleep and all. But he went back out. He had ordered himself his Uber Eats for the next day. Okay, he had some Red Bull and some other things,
Okay.
Lunchables and all that.
So
And
he took a picture of this bridge right
yeah,
in front of the apartment
and he went back
complex.
outside
It's
and
the
they're getting to
same
the picture
canal. It's
at the same time. It's this canal
you know,
area here. So this
drainage
whole
ditch
time,
that he took a picture of. It's just we're on the other side of it, right?
it's the other side of
And
the ditch.
so
Yeah, Amy, I'm pretty sure also. I do think, especially if they have the family coming down. 3 months? March to April, April to May, May to June. Yeah, 3 months. He did not look impaired to me either that night. He'd been playing games with his friends
So,
on the
that
computer,
drainage
okay, on the
goes all
TV
the
or
way
computer,
down
something like
to
that.
the cottages as well, back into the Corpus
There
Christi
was
Bay.
some question
That's how
whether
you
he had set
drain
himself.
the floodwaters out of the
He had
community, right?
been contacting
all
people
this
about
whole
meeting
area
up
would
to
be,
hang out.
you know,
Now, whether
flooded,
that was on a romantic
right?
level or
So
just to talk or
that's what happened
whatever.
with tropical
Could it have been the wrong
storm
person, or could this
Alberto.
literally
When
have
we had
just
those heavy rains,
walking
this
at
ditch
night?
was filled with water,
It
and
wasn't filled
it
at
was
that night.
offset into the bay, right? Even during hurricanes, guys, you know, these drainage
I
ditches
just
help out
don't
with flooding,
remember everyone talking
taking the
right
waters
after
out
this
of the
happened
community.
did not mention this area having
But that's not
tons
where
of
he was
water in
found.
it.
He
Yeah,
was found, or
I
this
hope it was a
individual was
freak
found
accident too. I really do.
in a sewer,
Because I
right?
don't want him to have gone
That's
through
where
anything.
all the
That's, I mean, just freak accident is, yeah. So for those of you who have joined us, they did find the remains in a pump station, right next to the pump station of a human. We don't even know if they're saying male or female, but right now with what we know, there's not too many people missing in this recent time frame other than Caleb. Outside of that, we know Caleb's dad is driving down from New Braunfels. So that'll take a little while to drive down.
Yeah, they had some
Think
dogs.
about that drive.
You know, Texas Equus Search was
In your
also
car.
involved.
Yeah, Texas Equus
Um,
Search was
you
there.
know,
They did have a lot of
so
rain. So
many
could that
resources
have?
trying to find Caleb? You know, it's just,
Could he have
I don't
been
think we have the
lodged
resources to
somewhere,
go through
and then the rain,
all of these
okay, kind of
underground
dislodged
pipes,
him and moved him down
drainage
further?
systems? It's just a lot, you know.
I know they'd probably be able to tell, but if he had a head injury, could be, yeah.
Someone
And,
could have possibly put him there. Yes.
Yep, he could have been put there. He definitely could have been
That's
put
going to
there.
be, you know, a police question, right?
The remains,
could have
whoever
put
they
there?
belong
Who
to,
was the last
have
person
been
to talk to
taken
Caleb?
by
And
the
I think
coroner
this
at
is
this
what
point.
police needed.
They were
needed a
doing a
body.
decontamination of the bodies, I
Okay.
guess, at some level. Yeah, that
This
thing.
is
Can you
what they
that
need.
drive in the
there's
car for
any
that
criminal
amount of
charges
time,
gonna
wanting
be pending,
answers?
Okay, they had to have the body first.
Yeah.
Even if someone confessed earlier or previously, they couldn't make an arrest without the body.
Oh yes, they could. They could. No, sorry. The guy's saying that without a body, you could
So,
not even
is there
make an
still an
arrest. Yeah, you could,
investigation?
depending on
You see
what's
the
going
Texas
on.
Rangers here,
Um,
okay?
the
You have the
number of
police
people
chief,
who've responded here
Corpus
to
Christi
this
police
makes
chief
me
Mike
also
Barker
think
here.
more
I
that this
mean,
is Caleb.
this ain't just a little,
Yeah, this is
shooting or
not just.
anything. This is
Now, anytime you find a body, it's
this is a
not
big
just
deal.
a normal every day. But you've got multiple agencies, it
Okay,
looks like. I don't know if we've heard
and
anything about like
sounds
FBI and stuff like
like
that.
it's gonna
But
be
yeah,
Caleb Harris.
this family has gone through enough at this point. Okay,
This is not somebody
it's
that,
totally time that
yeah.
I
The
wish it
police
was a
chief just
different
doesn't show up.
response. I wish
This
it
is a
was
big deal.
different, but yeah.
I've been to
But that would be so dumb. I know most
many
of these
places
people to put him
where they
there
found a
after
missing
so
body.
long
The
without,
police
yeah.
chief wasn't there.
But that's kind of like
Okay,
right now we've been talking about
I can promise you this is Caleb
Soraya,
Harris. And if
Aaron,
you don't
and Nadia.
think so,
Could they be hiding
then that's on
somewhere
you.
else, waiting for things to calm down?
Uh,
And Caleb's
he's
case
been
had
in.
calmed
He's
down
probably been in this state
significantly.
for 4 months.
So
So
I don't know. I doubt
we got
it.
to
I
get a
doubt
cause
it
for
very
death.
much.
Yeah, there's just a lot of
Yeah,
unanswered questions.
definitely. Definitely. And we're talking 3 months.
It could have been an accident. So there's two ways to
That's a
say
lot of time in water.
accidentally or purposely.
Hey,
Okay,
Michelle, this is Corpus
so
Christi, Texas. Caleb was a college
we got
student
to.
at Texas A&M.
They found the
Went
body.
missing in the early morning
Let the
hours
police
on
do their
March 3rd, I
investigation. Let
think
the
it
autopsy
was.
come out.
But yeah,
Them rule. Let
especially
the
with the
medical
heat right
examiner
now.
rule.
Yeah, water, the heat, Texas, like they
Was it
said,
natural
they said
causes
it felt like
or
they
was
were
this a
doing a
homicide?
search in the oven. I don't know if it was last weekend or the weekend before. No problem, Michelle. No, ask all the questions you have because guess what? You got the questions, others probably got them also. And
He
again,
wasn't
we
found
do
in a
not know if
ditch.
this is him. And I'm sorry I'm talking over this
He was
guy. I just don't want to
found
miss
in a
anything.
pump station for the sewer. All right, guys, we're running out of life here, so we're 5%.
Amy, that's a
Meaning we've
possibility.
been out here for
Oh, wow. He's down to
2 hours
5% battery, did he just say?
reporting.
Is that
My
what I
phone's
heard
on
him say?
5%. Thank you guys for being here with me, and
Okay, he's going to log it off. We'll see if we
I'm
can
gonna
find.
let
I'll give you guys
go.
some more updates on the
I
case
will
and
be back,
everything as we finish
but
this. I'm going to see he may
I have to
switch
charge up
over,
this
but
phone. I
his
got a fast
battery
charger,
is
so we should be
about dead.
charged up pretty quick. Thank you guys for watching. I'm
So
gonna
we're
turn
going
it
to
off
keep
more
an
to
eye
make sure
out
I'm
for
not
anything there. I am going
talking
to show you
blindfolded
guys a
right
couple
there
things
without
that
no
have
information,
popped
but I'm
up
sure the
in the
police chief
meantime.
will make a statement. You guys take care. God bless, and please pray for the individual
He's done an
that
amazing. This guy did a great
passed
job.
away, deceased inside of the Perry Place pump station here on Lexington Road. Reported live from the Corpus Christi Chronicle. I'm Eric Tunches.
Corpus
You
Christi
guys take care.
Chronicle.
God bless.
Must be their newspaper or something, I'm thinking. And he was just in the area and came out. So just to pull up again real quickly the screen of the map. Here we go. Okay. So for those of you who remember, actually let me I think I got Caleb here somewhere. And Caleb went missing actually back in March 3rd. Basically, long story short, I'm trying to find this picture here. Would my doggy stop barking? Please, please, please stop barking. There we go. There we go. So he had gone missing in the early morning hours. Okay. The family had not family, he lived in a townhome apartment complex like so many other college. In fact, it was a college type thing. This is a college town heavily. Okay. So this area had a lot of other students. He lived with other roommates that were also students, and they had gotten a couple. One of the girls had a little dog. They had been out earlier that night with the dog. Everyone came in afterwards. Some went to sleep, some went off to wherever they needed to go. And Caleb was getting ready for his next morning. Okay, he was going to go fishing the next day. He had talked to his family about that, all of that, and looked it up. And there are already YouTubers confirming it's, and that's the thing. People, I can tell you it has not been confirmed yet. It is not, and I am not going to confirm anything. And I know you're telling me that just to tell me, yes, when you look at whether or not, okay, you just look at the facts and red flags and all. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not going to, yeah. Too many people do jump that way. And yeah, exactly. And, but that night, so he went and he ordered like a, Red Bull, some Lunchables and stuff for lunch the next day. Really, or just something I could guess exactly who, to be honest. And he went and was waiting for that to be delivered. He had asked for contactless delivery, which almost all of us do in reality, okay, where they just leave it at your front door. He left out of the other door. A little while later, they actually, in fact, here, I'll pull you up real quickly. Okay, some of the videos. I have them here on my shorts. One second. Let me just pull up the shorts real quickly. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, right after that happened, he went outside, and while he was outside, he took a screenshot. Let's see. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Here it is. Okay, got it. So this is the video that
So take a
last
look here.
happened.
Caleb can be seen
Okay, well, let's see here.
in the parking lot at his off-campus apartment complex off of Ennis Jocelyn around 1 a.m. He was with one of his roommates, a friend, outside playing with a dog. Caleb's face visible as he looked toward the Ring camera before.
I'm going to just turn that off real quickly. So yeah, so you guys can get an idea there. Him with his friends, looked happy, okay. A lot of people have wondered about his roommates and all that. Every single roommate has been cleared. The Uber Eats driver has been cleared. Everyone's been cleared in that case. When he went out, okay, after this, okay, a couple hours later, this Snapchat photo was sent to a friend. So now this is starting to become a little bit more interesting. Okay, you guys can see right there. Okay, what it looks like kind of during the day. There's been a lot of some are like, no, that's not the same location. It's different angles, things like that, but it's that same Culver area. Okay, what the water looked like, okay, a couple days later. Not a huge amount of days later, but you can see here, you could literally walk in the middle of this area. The only way you would be hurt in that water area would be if you fell into it and were knocked unconscious. But at that point, you would have seen him there. Okay, there's not enough water to push him down or anything like that. You would have seen him there. So I think we could have counted that out and all, but that's the last area he was in. And you can kind of just, okay, see side by side here what the areas kind of look like. Okay, but that shows you how hazy it was that night, foggy it was that night. And that actually is what made a huge difference with camera footage. People could not get good camera footage that night. So that, yeah, that became a big thing here. Let me see here. What did Amy say here that I missed? LA will confirm it with the parents before. Yeah, law enforcement is going to be talking. They've right now got, it's all about money to other, and that's it. It's all about, hey guys, you want to join our membership and stuff like that right now. I'm sorry, I'm saying it, but I'm saying it. Okay, that's what it comes down to. And right now, all I know is we got mom, dad, okay, probably both of them, but maybe just dad driving from New Braunfels down to find out whether or not this is their son. And he if it is, this is so sad because yeah, he's so handsome, such a future. Okay, he was looking to going, okay, had a summer job all lined up for him. He knew what he wanted to do in life. Okay, he was all set for all those things. Let me pull that map back up so we can go and look at just the area again. So the apartment complexes, the cottages at Corpus Christi. Okay, and then right down here, Holly Road and Ennis Johnson is where we're being told, okay, they found, okay, everything. I'm trying to find down in this area. Let me me see if I can find anything. Has anyone else actually got an actual address yet for that area? I'm trying to figure out that part of it, but you can tell they were saying that whole the grounds are really, really overgrown at the time, things like that. So they had to come to a different area, which is, I think he said 16th or so, Lexington. Okay, so that's where the guy was. The guy was saying he was on Lexington doing the video that we were just watching. So Lexington is right here, and you could see this out this way. So he was probably right in this area, I'm suspecting, because you could see the cottages. They did, okay, the question with the dog was interesting because people were thinking the dog belonged to the kids and all that. The dog actually belonged to one of the girlfriends. She had just gotten it or brought it over, and it was going to be kind of like the communal pet. Okay, in college, a lot of times you don't have pets. It's expensive, all those things. So this was going to be like the community pet, but it was owned by one of the girlfriends at the time. And it was a cutie pie, real cutie pie, if you see in the pictures for sure. And so at that point, let me see. Yeah, the fog really, and yeah, it made the ground. And that's why a lot of people wondered at the time, could he have been out walking? Okay, he knew that the Uber Eats was going to be coming at some point or another. Did he go for a walk and a car maybe hit him, perhaps? All these ideas people had going on. Could someone have hit him or something and then tried to hide the evidence? On the other hand, we do know that he was talking to people on Reddit, okay, to create friendship, relationship type things. Okay, was he trying to get a one-night stand or something? We don't know. Those are all speculations. And where we are right now is if this is him, okay, which is an if. Okay, I'm kind of leaning towards it myself, in all honesty. But if it was him, is it something that was done on purpose and someone tried to hide it? Or did he, like they were saying, there was a loose manhole? Okay, how long has that manhole been, okay, missing, actually, not loose, but missing? How long has it? What we got here, Amy saying he took the dog back to the apartment before he went. Yes, and that's what threw a lot of people, because there was a possible sighting of him later with the dog, and people started being like, wait, but he took the dog back, but then when did the dog come? So there's been a lot of questions on those things that have led to prayers. Yeah, guys, please keep prayers, okay, out there. In the garden, by the way, welcome. These are two different but very similar designs. The lift station is specifically designed for the pumping of waste or sewage material to a higher elevation versus a pump station, which is designed to raise water, not sewage. Okay, and is that how they start the cleaning? Because I thought I was hearing them talk, and of course, who knows what people are saying. So in the garden, if you have any thoughts on this. So they were talking about cleaning the water and stuff like that. Now they're saying it was a pump station. Okay, which does change things. Maybe we need to get more information on what actually is that. They're calling it was the city pump station near Ennis Jocelyn Road. And also they're saying a pump station, which you're saying is designed to raise water, not sewage. So that changes things tremendously, because we've been talking about sewage nonstop. Very interesting. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. They have several different, that makes sense. Because I was even thinking with me and Sleuth Mom, we don't know. If my gut is speaking, yes. If my gut's talking. However, that's speculation right now. We do know that Dad is driving from New Braunfels down to Corpus Christi right now. And it sounds like he may have been asked to come down. So, prayers, that's all we can do. I was saying though, within the garden, here in Hawaii, for example, people were talking about, okay, water that's from drainage ditches and stuff like that, and are those cleaned and things. And I'm like, well, not necessarily in Hawaii. We actually, in fact, we get water coming down from the mountains, and when it rains, all of our little streams and all get really dirty from all the dirt and stuff like that, and it goes straight out to the ocean. No cleaning or anything else. So the lift station is specifically designed for the pumping of waste or sewage material to a higher elevation. Thank you. Thank you so much. How were they found? Was it during a search or something like that? That I have not seen yet. Let me check real quickly. Because that is one thing I have not. Okay, here's an article. Let me go to this article. I'm reading from my phone, but let me see what this says. So this is again KIITV. Human remains have been found inside of a wastewater lift station near Ennis Jocelyn at Lexington and Holly Road, CCPD confirmed. Corpus Christi Fire Department is currently trying to come up with a plan to retrieve the remains. Police Chief Mike Markle is present at the scene. There's no evidence at this time that these human remains are in any way connected to the disappearance of Caleb Harris. However, the location not far from Caleb's complex is fueling online speculation. And as we said, this is like half a mile. This is literally like half a mile away. No search by an employee watching the pumps and system alerts. Interesting. So maybe, yeah, a good question in the garden. Are you local or just kind of have a good been following and stuff like that? Because I do know Corpus Christi Chronicle was live for a lot longer than what I was watching it. Like I said earlier, I was in the process of trying to find a case to discuss today, and this kind of popped up. Thank you, Sister Knives and Amy, for letting me know about it. But yeah, it does kind of get you into the thing. How could the rain that they just had there have made this happen, that we actually were able to find these remains, whether they're Caleb's or anyone else's? Okay, definitely not local, just an independent PI. Thank you, In the Garden. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate when someone knows a little more than I do on stuff. And because yeah, with the rain, I would think that would definitely push more water. And if the remains had been there but kind of blocked in, okay, it could have loosened things up. Who knows? But with alerts and all that does make sense. Okay, if something changed, if there was a blockage or something like that, that could have made a big difference. Now, we do know Corpus Christi Chronica did have to stop going live because of the fact that his phone was almost dead. So he did say he would go back. So I'm keeping an eye on the Facebook group to see if he does go live. Will they wait for the parents to get there before the police do a press conference? I know the body needs to be identified. And I think that's part of the issue. First, yeah, I think they will wait, okay, and talk with it. This law enforcement on this case, I've actually been very impressed with. I know people, as time has gone by, have gotten upset that they're not getting more information on this or that or whatever, but they were sharing with us enough for us to know that they were looking into things. When a few weeks ago, everyone started thinking, oh my gosh, okay, someone found his phone. And we found out, no, they've been actually going in, okay, and activating things and looking in his phone. We realized they were still going on. And they were still looking into things and all those. So it was really helpful with that. I think the wait for the, actually Sleuth agrees with that. Yeah, they agreed. They stepped right out. And that's what I liked about it, because so many times police, especially in the quieter locations, when they handle this on a quiet level, what they end up doing is rumors go crazy and they build and they take on a life of their own. And the problem is, if they would just come in and stop it and let people know, no. And not only did it stop it, but it let people know, hey, they're still working on this. And the family, okay, like I said, I think it was just 2 weeks ago they were out researching. Um, okay, I'm kind of looking through a couple different things on the site right now. When the police and detectives go silent, that means they're working, and yes, exactly. And we don't know right now. Okay, maybe they do have some ideas of what happened. Maybe technology and the computer side have helped. And they did need to get his remains, if that is him, okay, to do an autopsy to look at what his cause of death looking like. Okay, I don't know at this point what those remains would look like. Okay, with being underwater potentially, um, temperature through the roof. You've been talking 100 plus every day. Okay, and yeah, exactly. People think they're being shady, but they have to hold things close to the vest. And I know a lot of us want to know answers. All of us want to know answers, but the thing is, we are not owed those answers. Now, if there's anyone who is owed those answers, it's the family. But all of us are not. Sorry, I have a puppy who keeps wanting my attention and all. So let me go. I'm keeping an eye on Corpus Christi's page just to see what's going on. So, and let me see real quickly. What I'm going to do real quickly is go back to Corpus Christi Chronica at the beginning, and we can watch the first few minutes of it so we could get a better idea of what was happening at the time. Because, like I said, I didn't get into it until about an hour. So let me just do that. But anyhow, there's our map to give you an idea of where they're talking about. Let's come ahead and pull this up here. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, isn't share screen? Okay. So this was right at the beginning when Corpus Christi Chronica
This is
got
away-
there.
This is a drainage ditch. That's for the flooding waters. That's a manhole right there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of take it down. Okay, whoopsie. Oops, let's take us back there. Okay. Why does it not want to? Come on. Okay, there. Let's try that. Boy, I love it when this does this. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Why is my computer being slow? There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now I can take it up a little. Okay, so this was when he started. For those of you who were not here when he was live, this is the area that we're talking about. Again, Chief Police was there. You had Texas Rangers there.
Lexington Street.
He had to go to
Here in
Lexington because
Holly
otherwise he
Road.
could not see
So
correctly.
let me see. Let me see if I get some more viewers online right now, and I'll try to.
And if
give you some
anyone
more
sees him
information.
going live again, let me know.
I think that might be the police chief right here as well. That's
So they got the
on
police chief there quickly if that was the
scene
police
as
chief.
well, looks like. And as you can see right behind this fire truck, multiple emergency vehicles are here at a location where they found a
And that's
body
it, Amy.
or
Our
give me a
job is to
name.
be here and bring
Could
attention
it be
to the
Caleb
case. And
Harris?
yes,
I
talking
think
about
there's
the
a lot
case
of speculation at this
is
point.
part of that. Yes. And
But
that's
it's
something
been about
I'm
4
learning
months
the longer I
since
do
he was
this,
last
that
seen.
talking about the case
And as you can
is
see
important
here,
too.
the
It's
pump
not just
station's gonna be
sharing
down
the
the road
picture, but people have
here
to
down this
have
dirt
some
road
sense
here.
of
So
interest
see if we can get some
because
more,
otherwise they disappear. We
get
share a
some better,
picture and then they disappear. No one thinks about it again.
viewing here.
But
And
we need to
I
keep their
remember actually
face
searching
in
that
the
pump
public
station.
eye.
It's literally across the street
And that
from where Caleb
we're doing that right
Harris
now with Soraya.
missing.
It's been how long, but we're going to keep her face in the public eye because she's still out there. How many others are still out there?
And we searched this ditch area.
They put
We
stuff
put the
out there
drone
that's
up.
pure
There's
speculation,
a
never
ditch
bothered
right
to
here
say so.
beside us.
Yeah,
This leads
exactly.
back onto where the hospital was.
So seeing the
as well.
hospital in the
But
that
this
background
ditch
area.
out here is used for flooding, but this pump station is where the sewer. It's a sewer pump station. Meaning you have to be in the sewer line to actually be in this pump station. And what it does is it flushes it out. So with all this rain that we just had due to tropical,
Also, recognizing that during this, especially these first couple hours, you're getting a lot of information that people aren't even sure about. Okay. As you're reporting information, you're also speculating to some degree. Okay. Trying to make things make sense and stuff like that. Okay. Thank you, Amy. You know what? Family to me, yes, sometimes family are at fault for what happens, but unless I know damn well that they are at fault for something, mm-mm, no, no. And night, Miss Sister Knives, and thank you, thanks for letting Amy know. And because I totally would have missed this. Like I said, I would have been going live and
storm
trying to.
Alberto,
There are some other cases I was going to bring up
you have
actually,
human
but
remains showing up at a pump station.
and
And I
maybe we'll
think
cover those near the end
there's a
just
lot
so
of
everyone can
speculation.
see who I was going to talk
People
about,
believe
and
this
we'll
may
do
be
that
Caleb
tomorrow
Harris.
maybe.
And we know that our prayers are always with the Caleb Harris's family. But as of right now, there's a huge police presence. I remember being back there near that pump station. You know, it's city owned. It's the city of Corpus Christi owns that specific pump
Okay, so
station.
there's the
Right behind that
question.
pump station. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more.
People were asking, is this privately owned or not? So it sounds like it's owned by the city and not privately owned. So that answers that question from earlier. Hello, Exotic Prairie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's see here.
So you got the Corpus Christi Water Department there. You have this Corpus Christi Police Forensics, Crime Scene, Rescue 3. You also have multiple other, what is this? First response team as well. A lot of resources are here on the scene as well. But as you can see right in front of me, there's a large police presence at that pump station. And I think people.
That's a fair question. And again, did they? Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. It's sounding from what we're hearing from some people that it may have been recognized because of alerts going off, okay, and recognizing something was not right in the station area. Because if you realize all these areas, these pumps and all have a lot of computers to them. So it's letting you know, okay, if certain chemicals are going too high or stuff like that. There's a lot of alerts that are going to go off. So, did they look and nothing was there before? And because of the rains that they had recently, dislodged, okay, something, I don't know. I'm not sure. Possibly though.
Overlooked
But
that pump
yeah,
station because I know when I was there, we couldn't get inside because it's gated. It's a little small. But I did see some water
I hope they
department
looked in there before.
workers at that location after Caleb had went missing. So right now, the speculation is that the human remains that are found in this pump station has been flushed by the tropical storm waters and flooding that we had, and now you have a full-blown police investigation. With that being said, guys, we're
The water
here
made a
on
difference.
Lexington Road, and between SPID, as you can see, SPID is right beside us here. There's a cornfield. I think this is Roy's Bait and Tackle, right? We're right behind Roy's Bait and Tackle, and this boat. This is where they sell boats. I'm not sure what this is. RB Green. I'm not sure. But we're right behind it, and right in front of this pump station is where Caleb Harris went missing.
Yeah.
So, as you can just imagine, of how long it's and how many police are here on location.
They do mention a small little tent that I haven't quite seen. I can see the red and yellow striped area, But they mentioned later they do set up kind of like a little tent area. And so it'll be interesting to see if that gets set
It's a
up.
little dirt road right here on the very side of this ditch. You can see the ditch there. And on this side, we're right by the bridge. And there's a ditch over here. This was all thoroughly checked shortly after Caleb Harris had went missing. And as of right now,
This
there's
is
no
a replay,
identity
my dear. Sorry. This is a
of the
replay.
person that they found. But we all know Caleb Harris has been missing for 4 months, and it was speculation at the time.
I'm hoping he goes back on.
of
He said
Caleb's
as soon
disappearance
as
that
he
may
gets
have been
charged
in one
up,
of the sewer
he would do
lines
it
or
again.
something like that, because that's where he hung out at when he goes fishing. He loved to fish, right? So everybody checked every water canal, a lot of different places. We even searched here at this pump station. So it had to be, I'm not sure how the schematics and how our sewer system is dotted or connected, but wherever this pump station is and how, or I'm sure,
If you guys are, let me know. I kind of had it down low because I'm talking over him at times, but let me know because now I can actually pause him at any time. I am reading now that I'm actually on the group. Okay, looking at updates and all. It looks like on another channel, you could actually hear a police officer making a comment in the background saying they'd be surprised if it was not Caleb, which I think kind of fits everything that we're saying ourselves, to be honest. I'm also hearing Brian Enton is on his way, which is great. I think most people are thinking at this point that is what we're talking about, that we are looking at gosh, it's just drives me crazy. So anyhow, here we go.
I'm not sure how or where it was connected to end up here, but I'm sure this is the only pump station in this area. So this has to be one of the very, very few pump stations that pumps our sewer line to the water, right? Or to the treatment plant, I'm sorry. And I'm sure that the Barney Davis treatment plant as well is down Yorktown. So as you can see, it needs to be pumped to that area, your sewer, right? And I'm not a plumber or anything like that, but I do know that pump stations, you have to pump your sewer line in order to get to the treatment plant, and then it is distributed out from there to the water, right?
So I'm trying to look at things right now with Matt. I'm going to pull that map back up because I'm seeing some new things that might. Let me see, share screen. Here we go. So I found somewhere else where someone has actually been able to look at the actual activity and what's going on. They are saying that the area of activities does not make sense, though, is actually right in this area right here. Okay, that this is the pump station that we're talking about, right? Actually, that might make sense. And if so, guys, that's so much closer than we were even thinking. Because that is a fenced in area, because I've been trying to look while we've been talking and listening to things, I've been trying to look and figure out exactly where, because we were being told Holly and Ennis Jocelyn. Well, here's Holly and here's Ennis Jocelyn. So I was like, okay, maybe down here or something. I was thinking maybe down in this area, but that didn't. And the guy kept saying that he was on Lexington, which is right here, looking at the area. So if he was on Lexington, then he would have been right here. All this video is coming from right this area. That actually does make sense. So the guy videotaping would be right in this area right here. And the area, okay, is right here. This looks like it's, let's see if I can get in. I don't know if they have it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me pull it out a little bit and see if I can. Now, you can't go down. Let's see. I'm going to come down right here and see if this looks familiar here. Very close to his apartment. Extremely close to his apartment. So, I don't know. Oh, they did just show us the boat area a few minutes ago, correct? If so, that would be, we're looking kind of down this lane towards this area. So just a thought there. We'll see what happened, what you guys think about that. Could that be the area we're looking at? Not too sure on that. It's hard because we're seeing other big areas of grass. So I'm trying to figure out. You can see though how that whole area can have different types of water, everything from nothing to that looks like it's a little deeper. Okay, that's a couple feet, I would say. Well, maybe 2 feet or so. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take us back to that audio. See if there's anything else coming up. Okay. Let me know what you think. Does that kind of fit the area that you're talking, that I was looking at?
Well, like I said, when Caleb Harris went missing, this area was thoroughly searched. But if he was in a sewer line somewhere,
I'm not sure,
and
actually,
he liked to hang
Crystal.
out in those sewer lines. I seen one picture of Caleb Harris at Texas A&M, and this is not confirmed yet. It could not. It could possibly be, and it could. And it could not be him. So I don't want to speculate that, but I'm asking the question because we don't have, or we haven't confirmed the identity of those remains. Key word here, guys, remains.
So I'm reading some of the different comments that people are leaving on the Facebook group right now. And a couple of the people have actually been involved in searches and stuff like that. One of the people were asking about the water pump place and why hazmat teams had to go in there, and they were talking about something with 17 feet and all that. Someone did say, one of the moderators actually on the group said, I've seen the station. We looked at it and searched all around it when we were in Corpus Christi looking for Caleb. There are some manholes near the pump station. It helps control water from the storm drains, so that fits in. The pump station has cameras and fencing with barbed wire, but the manholes aren't inside the fenced area. They would be on the outside, yeah. I think the recent storm surge probably played a part in the discovery of the remains. So that's actually fitting very, very well with what everyone is thinking right now. Oh, actually, give me a second. I'm going to send something to myself right now on how these lift stations work. Someone actually just shared something. So give me just a second to send it to myself. Let's see. Sorry, give me just a second. Open the app. Takes me a second to find this when I'm doing it. Metropolitan. Okay, share. Now I can do it. Okay. Give me just one more second. Send myself the link. Since I have that on a different grouping. Okay, there. Now it popped up. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So this is one second. Okay, let me give it just a second and share the right thing for you guys. Stop screen. You guys, most of you guys know who I am anyhow, because that's who I am on Facebook. Okay, let's see here. YouTube. Okay, so this is the lift station. This is what a lift station is like. So it's a short video explaining lift
Through the underground
stations.
pipes, usually under the street, or lift stations, operates the
Okay,
7
here we
county
go.
regional wastewater collection and treatment system. This video will explain the purpose and operation of wastewater pumping stations, or lift stations. To illustrate how this system works, this video will follow wastewater from its source, through the local sanitary sewer system, and to a regional wastewater lift station.
And the lift station is where we're hearing he was
Wastewater begins in
found.
homes and buildings when dirty water is sent to the local sanitary sewer system through a drain or toilet. It travels through the underground pipes, usually under the street, until it connects with the large pipes of the regional collection system.
Oh, sorry.
The wastewater flows downhill until it reaches a low point in the system where it can no longer flow by gravity. Lift stations are installed at these low points so that the flow can be pumped or lifted to higher ground so it can again flow downhill through the wastewater collection system.
Okay, so totally different than what I was
When the
picturing.
flow reaches the lift station, waste
Yes, from what I'm hearing now, again, a lot of what we're hearing might be different, but the one word we keep hearing over and over and over is that it was at the lift station. And so that's why we were getting some confusion on, is it wastewater? Is it the clean stuff? Is it, what is it? So just in case, yeah, this is, we were trying to figure out what it did.
wastewater collects in an underground tank called a wet well. As the wet well fills, sensors measure the water level. Once the water level reaches a certain depth, the
Yeah,
pumps
that's what
inside
I'm
the lift
thinking now.
station turn on and force the wastewater out through a pipeline called a force main. The pumps shown in this lift station are submersible pumps. This is because they are located in the water of the wet well, similar to a sump pump in a home.
And this is why we had earlier, okay, what were they? The awesome new person in the garden was in here helping us explain what this was. And this definitely, yeah, this is, and that's what, honestly, I haven't said anything, but there's been a part of me like spilling Elisa Lamb, and I'm hoping it's that, not that direction. So that's why it's so important. Which direction was the water going at the time?
For larger and more complex lift stations, the pumps are placed in a room separate from the wet well. This allows easier access and maintenance. Lift stations will often have an above-ground
don't
structure
know.
to house the other equipment needed to operate the system. Placing this equipment above ground allows for easy access for maintenance and repair. Because the
What's throwing me with this, Amy, and this is where I'm having problems, they're talking about a lift station, but they're also talking about the manholes and loose manholes. So I'm wondering, aha, perfect. There's in the garden. Thank God you're still here. Yes, there would have been alerts that went off. So does that in the garden, does that fit with what you know to have manhole covers? Okay, so it would still be this that he could have been coming down, and I'm trying to figure out how he would have gotten into the system to begin with. Could it have been through a manhole area, or would someone have had to gain access to the system somewhere else?
wet well environment is so dangerous, access hatches are locked
Nothing
and
to
monitored
do.
to prevent
Okay.
unauthorized entry.
And that's the thing when you start getting people, because the manhole discussion from what we were seeing was completely coming from Corpus Christi Chronica, because they're trying to make sense of things without having all the information. And also, okay, got it. This is giving the lady who was Elisa Lamb. Exactly, Elisa Lamb. And that's where I'm like, yeah, that's where I got a little concerned, because I was like, are we talking water coming in or water going out? Clean or dirty is what I was trying to figure out.
Once the wastewater is pumped out of the lift station, it continues through the force main until it reaches higher ground. From there, it can once again flow by gravity. Ultimately, the wastewater arrives at one of the regional wastewater treatment plants where it is cleaned to strict standards before being
Okay.
released back into the environment.
So they
To
are
learn more
covered.
about lift stations
Okay.
and other parts of your regional sewer system, head
Okay, so yeah, so that takes everything in the garden was explaining to us and kind of gives you guys a little better idea of what it looks like. I'm a very visual person, and I've got a very, very noisy little boy. puppy who is driving me crazy right now. And he's like, I want on the ground. No, I want to be held. No, I want on the ground again. And that's where I was like, okay, wait, is this a closed system of water coming in, clean water, or is it the water going out to be cleaned? And it sounds like it was dirty that was being on its way to be cleaned. Is what I'm hoping. That could mean somebody probably entered the lift station and placed a body there. And that's what I was trying to get at is, okay, got it. So it's not something where you could easily just open up a manhole and all. They would have had to get access into an area. And it looks like all these lift stations, from what we are hearing, are pretty much surrounded by barbed wire. And so now we understand why they're surrounded with barbed wire and all that. Okay, coming back to this. Okay, let me pull this back out. Sorry, my computer's a little slower than everyone's in the world, it seems. So let me pull this out. So again, Lexington. Okay, there, let me just reset to north so it's a little easier for us to all see. So if this is the area we're talking about, and I'm not sure for 100%, but that is what people are kind of pointing out there. Someone would have had to either get into that one, or I guess another and had it pushed through, but I'm wondering, this is getting really interesting. If that was the case, yeah, it would have had to be someone with access to get through or something like that for sure. And thank you, Christine. Yeah, his big sister is in heat right now, so he is having a little problem right now because he has to wear the belly band all the time right now. So yeah, if he was placed there, they will for sure know. Because, well, I would also think if he was placed in a place like this, they would have to have video footage. Yeah. The problem is 3 months later, would that video footage actually still be available? That's my concern. We'll have to see that. Not necessarily someone, so anyone could have gotten into the area. They just had to get through whatever security would have been there. If he was placed there, they will for sure know. But I did hear that dude say they're getting as much as they can. Yeah. And that kind of fits with everything. Yeah, he is a gremlin. He is a definite gremlin. Totally. Okay, so we'll have to see what goes with that. I'm not sure, but again, there's the cottages right here. I mean, we're not talking whether or not it's on the corner like all the news stories are saying, or in this area here. That's close. That is, for him to have been that close, they'd have to look at. Let me see if by any chance Corpus Christi has gone back live at this point. And again, okay, we do not know what police have found. Do they have, during this whole time that they've been looking into things, did they have just enough to have an idea they knew what was going on, but they just could not put those last couple pieces together? Okay, zoom out more? Yeah, definitely. What's your thought, Christola? You got something in your head right now, I can tell. And so this is, just so you guys know, okay, there's the base. So most of this water, after they clean it and all, from my understanding, is being pushed back out towards the bay. Now, the phone, let me see if I can remember. Did I have the phone still on here? No, I don't. Okay. His phone, if I remember right, let me see if I can find this. Do I still have the searches for it? No, I don't have the searches. More recent searches. Let's see. Packery. Okay. Let me check again where the Packery was. Right there. Okay. So where that phone was found about 2 weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, someone found a phone and they weren't sure whether or not it was his. I don't recall hearing whether or not people ever verified whether it was his or not, but that was found right in this area, right here. So that gives you an idea, the distance for that area. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Definitely something here. Yeah, he would not have. I mean, for him to have gotten into that area on his own is starting to sound harder and harder to believe. And so, which kind of fits because all of us knew he did not seem to have any mental health issues that made people think, oh, would he unalive himself or anything like that. So when the water went up because of flooding, most likely, yep, exactly. So like they were saying, water comes in and it starts filling up that big, okay, pool. Okay, use that word for it. It most likely shifted clothing into the lift system. It would have been clogged. You would have had alerts saying that they had a clog and stuff like that. And then today, being Monday, okay, well, I don't even know if that would have had anything to do with it, but thought process. Okay, maybe they're like, okay, we got to go check this, but definitely with the storm, that would have done it. And they went in and discovered what was clogging the area at that point. That and the garden, that actually sounds extremely right on right there. And so you guys, you know what I'm going to do real quickly? I haven't done this in a while, and I wanted to thank you guys who are here right now. I'm going to give out a couple memberships real quick. And let me see if I can do this. Come on, baby. Okay. Let me gift. So make sure you've hit that you can accept memberships right now because I'm going to send out 5 free memberships right now because I do want to thank all you guys who've been hanging out here. I know there's other channels who are right now live, and I really appreciate those of you who've been here. So is there a possibility that he fell in near the snap and was eventually washed in there? Possibly. I would think. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. Maybe in the garden has a different idea on that. Yeah, is there grading to prevent things from coming at a certain size from coming in? With the storm flooding, it would affect the sewer levels, drain waters. Okay, not that. Drain waters would cause it. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, let me hit gift now real quick so I can get a couple of you guys into our membership. Let's see if Cristola gets it 3 times in a row. She's gotten it the last 2 times. Yep, Cristola got one of them. Amy got one of them. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, 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 new members. We got Cristola, Amy, Angel Arc. Welcome, Angel Arc or Angel Arc, something like that. Welcome. And I like that name actually. Angels and Larks together. I like that. Cat Mama and Roberta. Welcome, 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 my dears. I know, my poor moderator who always has to, okay, but you do more than enough. You don't need to become a member to show me your love. You do a lot outside of it. It's Exotic Prairie, I think Power Plant Road and Rockland Recreation needs searched again for Sebastian. See, I think that's one of the things we need to remember. How many times do we look for someone at a certain area? And we think, well, we've checked that for a while. Okay, it was checked months ago or whatever. Okay, and remember, Sebastian, Elijah, Caleb, all these people went missing at the same time. And so just because we've looked once does not mean it's not worth looking again. We need to look again. Okay, in this case, it's water. Okay, water can change things very dramatically, very quickly. Okay, you've got a lot of things out in for like Elijah. If Elijah's out there, okay, in the woods or something, I hate to say it, but you've got predation and stuff like that that can make changes happen. So a lot of different things on those files. Let me check if our guy is back live. I think it should be mandatory when a person goes missing to look in things. I think, and I would like to know, did they look in this area initially? It sounds like they may have. Okay, because the one person who was talking in the one group was saying we were in that area, but they couldn't get in. So did someone from the city and county get in and take care of it then? And was he Crystal? See, that's the thing. These cases have gone on way too long. Sebastian was put at the hospital. They know where he is. That's why they will not search and could care less. And I think we just, you know what, we keep forgetting that these are people that are loved, okay, whether it's by friends, family, whoever, from those of us. I don't know about you guys, but I have found that okay, Ariel back here. I never knew Ariel. I never met Ariel. And I love Ariel. I care about Ariel. Okay. And I will, Gianna, same thing. I will always care about her. And that's what I try to explain to people when they don't understand. When you follow a case and you become close to what's happening and understanding what happens, there's this relationship that it's kind of like YouTube or just internet in general. You've never met the person, but you feel like you know them. And yeah, Ariel has my heart, always will. Was Riley's strain found in a lift station too? Or something similar or complete? I don't know. I know he was found within water, but I need to go back to that one. I definitely need to go back to that one for sure. Um, hmm, yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was he found in the river itself or was he found in a I'll be honest, in some of these cases, I get to where there's so many cases to cover. I kind of cover, and then I kind of listen in for updates at times. So you don't make claims I have no information on. My daughter's husband. Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that in the garden. And yeah, that I'd like to know. Maybe by the dam. Interesting. Interesting. A worker at a plant off the river found him and called. Okay, a worker at a plant. So the worker was at a plant, but was he in the plant or was he in the river itself? I was thinking it was the river, but I may be wrong on that. Sorry, I'm checking Caleb's Facebook group to see if there's any other updates at all. I'm not hearing anything else. In the guard, please. Yeah, definitely. If you ever want to join us, for sure. It's just some people don't do Discord, and I totally get it. Some people it's just not their thing. We do have a Facebook group also. He was on rocks off the river. Okay, that makes sense then. He was on the bottom of a barge. Oh, okay, on the bank. Sorry, didn't mean to change it. No. And that's the thing. That's what I mean, though. All of these cases we feel a connection to, and it's hard to explain to people who've never felt that connection. You truly worry about those people. It's like Soraya right now. I truly worry for Soraya. Okay, I truly worry. Honestly, I worry for Nadia. Okay, because we don't know everything that's going on with everything. Who do you mean and who called 911? Are you talking about not sorry, Riley, or are you talking about in this case? From this case, from what we're understanding, the reason why the police got pulled in and all is that the pump station started having alerts that happened. And when those alerts occurred, okay, computers saying, okay, hold on, we got problems here. Okay, all of a sudden, probably I would think he even shut down or something like that. And then when they went in to find out what happened, they found the remains and called 911. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you in the garden. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate everything. I really do in helping to explain all that. That meant a lot. And thank you for the other information also. And also, I am trying to keep, there's not much right now happening with updated things. Again, how long has it been? It's been long enough there. Gosh, my thought is that his parents are probably getting pretty close to the area. The first announcement I heard of this starting to break, now that I'm looking through things, was about 4 hours ago. So about 4 hours ago, someone did come into the Talk of Caleb Harris website, Facebook group, and made a comment that lots of activity going on at the wastewater pump station between Lexington and Ennis Jocelyn. There may finally be closure. That was 4 hours ago. So it looks like at that point, I'm trying to see if there's any other stuff going on here. It's that refreshed. Not seeing much other than definitely trying to keep them in your prayers and all. I'm going to real quickly share one other thing with you guys. Yes, dogs, you guys are being noisy. I suspect at some point we are going to be hearing of a news conference. I haven't heard of. Actually, let me check that. Let me see if there's anything from the Corpus Christi PD about this at all. Corpus Christi. Sorry, guys, I'm doing it on my phone because my laptop is starting to give me problems. By the way, if anyone would like to become a member, I know I joke about it, but I do really appreciate every member that is out there. And I never like to talk about it much, but those of you who do become members, I really appreciate everything you do. PD, Police Department. Let me check without typing wrong because I tend to type wrong all the time. Linus, how are you doing, my dear? So that we don't know any. I'm hearing comments from people and everything. Sonia, I really honestly, I don't want to come out and say until we hear something different from someone, okay, from the police. However, I can tell you right now, by the way, I think my mom's walking into my walking upstairs right now, so we may be interrupted in a second. And but it is looking, I'd almost positive that that's what's going on. KRIS News, let me see here. We're getting some updates here from them. Let me get that article up so I can read that one for you guys. Nothing really. Yeah, medical examiner came in. Again, what we did find, no, this is not Sebastian, guys. I think we got a lot of people who were, we started bringing up Sebastian and those two things got together. Hi, Mom. They may have found Caleb. Okay. Okay. Love you. My mommy's not feeling good right now. And also she had a really rough night last night. So, let me see. Give mama a hug from me I definitely will do that for sure. So yeah, no, I don't think they found, okay, I haven't heard anything about Sebastian being found. It's just, okay, stories being mixed right now and speculation. Yeah, exactly. So, but with this case specifically, with the case of Caleb, again, for those of you coming in right now, it looks like a body who we're almost positive at this point is Caleb. It has not been verified, and I'm not going to verify it until I do hear something differently. But workers at a pump station noticed a bunch of issues. Hey, you're welcome, Cat Mama. And you're welcome, you're welcome. Issues with alarms going off today, probably because of the water that was coming in because of the storm they just had there. And when they went in, they found the remains of someone. And we do know right now, this is what we do know. The remains have been taken by the coroner, and hopefully we'll hear something fairly soon. Caleb's family was asked to drive down to Corpus, and they are currently in the process. Probably, I'm guessing about 3/4 of the way there right now. So they should be there fairly soon. I have not heard anything, and I did just check Corpus Christi's website for their PD, and I'm not seeing anything about a press conference yet. Actually, here's the most recent thing from KRIS is police found human remains in a wastewater well off of Lexington Road. No identification has been made. They were discovered by Corpus Christi water employee. All confirmed by Corpus Christi police. Medical examiner will work to identify the remains. So we'll be able to keep an eye on that. On her Facebook page, Reply asked me, what does it matter when they call police? And so just clarifying that. Not sure if my mind's in a couple different places right now. That could be if clothing, because that's my other thing. I'm not sure because we're talking 3 months. We're literally talking 3 months. I don't know what 3 months potentially in water okay, in heat because it's June. It's been hot in Texas for a little while. Just 2 weeks ago during a search, they talked about it feeling like they were in the oven during the search. So, oh, you were gathering info on a missing 13-year-old in Oklahoma. You know what? That's the one of the ones I was looking at also. Um, yeah, I right now I'm trying to verify. I actually covered um Estefani is her name, by the way. Exotic Prairie is talking about Estefani. Um Estefani, I did cover on Friday some. And right now there's a lot of stuff going on with that case. I am in touch with one of the family members, and as soon as she gets off work today, she's going to connect back with me. Um, there's definitely, unfortunately, you guys know how things get on any type of social media and true crime. Okay, a lot of us tend to jump in feet first at trying to figure out what happened, and we forget a lot of time that the family is there. And a lot of time, the stuff that we hear, like this case of Estefani, there's 3 different posters with 3 different dates. That has sent people off on these wild goose chases. Why are there 3 dates and all that? When in reality, when you talk to the different people involved, it was because of confusions with the video camera footage and then recognizing when something happens at 3 in the morning. Okay, it's like, wait, 3 in the morning is still, well, I'm still on Saturday, but no, it's Sunday, and that type of thing. And so I'm trying to verify with them what's going on because they just, right now, we need to bring her home. We've got a 12 or 13-year-old lost in Oklahoma City. And that's all that matters. We need to bring her home, plain and simple. And so, she was I told her all info matters. And that's the thing. A lot of it does. It does. Um, it's hard being a family member though, because especially in this case, in a lot of and I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs with this case right now. Um, but a lot of times I've even put out wrong information a couple times because I read this and I see it this way. And then all of a sudden I find out, oh, no, I had that wrong. It's this or whatever. And people sometimes read into mistakes as someone doing something wrong when sometimes it's just plain mistakes. But there's some weird things also in that too. But you know what? Right now we just need to find her. We definitely need to find her. And that's all that matters. Okay. Um, so yeah, we definitely, I'm hoping, and there's different, even with that case, I can tell you, different members of the family feeling different ways. And all that comes down to emotions. You got to remember when you have a loved one who goes missing, gang, okay, your emotions are all over the place. We have a couple family members here in this chat right now who've had loved ones who have gone missing or been murdered. And when they're missing and fingers are pointing in different directions and all that, and you are hurting and trying to figure things out and trying to come to terms with stuff and things like that, sometimes you take things personally, which you should not be taking personally. You might not understand why people are jumping in the way that they do. That's why sometimes I don't think it's necessarily the best for families to be in certain types of Facebook groups. Okay, I think it's great for families to be in Facebook groups, kind of like Caleb's, where it's about let's keep it to the facts, let's keep it to the specifics about what happened to Caleb, and let's not get into all the discussion stuff. Keep that discussion in a different area. And as much as families might want to get involved in those discussions, I think sometimes best not to, because of course you're going to feel horrible when your loved one's gone, and you're just trying to. And we all respond different ways. And so I'm trying to find out right now because some of the families like, no, we don't want any more coverage whatsoever. And Beck BC and I were talking about this earlier. I don't want any more coverage whatsoever. And then other family members are like, no, we don't mind coverage. It's just, we want to keep this focused on her and we need to get her home and we need to find her. So not sure if that makes sense. But yeah, and that's exactly the way it starts becoming. Okay, when people start asking questions and trying to get stuff. Sometimes that's also the reason why I think it's helpful to have one person kind of as a spokesperson and find someone who's not really so close that the emotions can overtake. Because when the emotions overtake, you don't realize by putting your foot down on stuff, it might open up to other things. It's really interesting how that happens. And that's why I'm kind of right now, before I go making any decisions on that case, I want to talk with the family because one of the family members is like, yeah, no, we want to have her covered. We just want to keep the focus on her. Okay, let the police do their investigation. The problem is the police were not doing an investigation in this case at all. So anyhow, moving back with Caleb, it's really, really, let's see, let me go back to this and see what I'm finding here. Corpus Christi, let me do some more research on this one real quick. Let's see here. Okay, 1 hour. Yeah, interesting. They had to try to find ways to get Caleb's remains, how to get them back out of the water. Yeah, definitely. Always, always, always for sure. And oh wow, there's a here, just show you guys. Here's a little picture of them when they were down there with that. I'm hoping he comes back on pretty soon, but oh, thank you. Yeah, and that's my thing. I want to get her story out. And see, this is I know this doesn't have much to do with Caleb right now, but I'm also looking for updates on Caleb at the same time. What I think some people don't realize is when it comes to the missing, and this is where I had a problem initially when I started covering the missing and stuff like that, is I every week would do a different case. And often I never went back to revisit that case. Okay, publicly. I would do it privately, but publicly I never quite did. Um, but I also realized as soon as my live was done, people would share it. And then after that, I'd never hear anything about the person again. So I realized people, to keep a person in the public eye, you have to continue to have some level of discussion about the case. Okay, things like that. And I think that's where a lot of families, when their loved one goes missing, they're like, I just want the poster shared. Just share the poster. Just share the post. I don't want to get into all the other stuff and all that. Because yes, it can hurt a case. It can hurt the criminal case if there's a criminal case involved. And but they don't realize sometimes, like for example, just sharing a video recording can help keep that person's name in the public eye. And that's so important. It's important to keep it out there. So it's hard finding that middle ground. Where is that middle ground on sharing a person's case and going too far? And that's what's really hard. Am I wrong, or so does the yes, and that was hazmat. Thank you for bringing us back to that. That was hazmat. And most of that is, if you've got to think about it, if this is wastewater, guys, you're talking about hazardous materials. On top of that, you're dealing with just saying the word decomposition. It's hazardous materials. That's why they said once they were able to bring what may have been Caleb's remains up, the people who were involved in that actually had to be decontaminated and things like that also. And also, and that's it. That is true. I want to bring the people. It's like right now, there are 2 people that I was covering today, that I was hoping to cover today. And actually I probably should bring them today. And one is actually from Alaska, a young man who went missing about a month ago out of Anchorage. And the other is Savannah Hansen. Let me bring Savannah up just to show you guys while we're here. Not, if we get to the point where I have to live or anything and things come back, I will definitely come back live. Because we have been following this for too long. Um, and I'm going to be watching it privately anyhow. So, Christine, thank you so much. And I just, too many people don't get heard, and that's the problem. No, I get, and that's the truth. It tells us what is the remains like, what is the state of the remains, maybe. And also, let me show you real quickly. So this is Savannah. I was going to talk to you guys about her today. Quickly just pull her up while we're waiting on this. So, and we will go back, and I am going to tell her story because her story does need to be told. Okay. I'll do it as a separate live for sure. But she went missing barely a day ago. She went missing yesterday. Long story short, what has happened in this case is she left after her boyfriend or husband left the house with her car, and did not return. So she left to go find him. Interestingly, she left during a time period where the storms were nuts, absolutely crazy storms coming through South Bend, Indiana. And he returned home later with the vehicle. She never returned. What has frustrated people is her family's like, she's not checking in on her kids, which is not normal for her. And the response they're getting from that boyfriend or husband is extremely alarming. He's not responding to them. And I'm not saying he's a suspect at this point. They feel he is. Police have not stated it. Okay, but they feel his responses, he's like, yeah, whatever. He's acting like life is going on like normal. That everything is normal, and that his girlfriend / wife or whatever, I'm not sure if they're married or not, she's still around the house and all, and yet she's missing. They're trying to get him to go out searching for him and get the word out and stuff like that. And it looks like there's some past history and stuff like that. So I was still, unfortunately, I had not finished all my research on this case, but it's definitely something, please, the sooner we get out, because right now this is within 24 hours old. Someone in South Bend, Indiana may have seen her out on the road that night. Okay, early morning hours. I think it was like 3 a.m. or something like that. Someone saw her out there potentially. And whether she was with him or with someone else, something's not right. So if you guys can help us out with finding that, I really, really would appreciate that. And also, and the other case I will help cover later is, like I said, the young man from, let me see if I might have one of his videos. It's the reason why my computer keeps almost crashing on me, is because I have way too many windows opened up right now. Let me see if I can find it. Give me just a second. Oh, I left. That's why I logged out. I logged out is what I did. I'll recover that one later for sure is what I'll do. And all, but hey there, shared prayers for sure. And prayers for, yeah, she's gorgeous. And that's the other thing. They may have video of her walking too. See, and that's, or they may have, and that's the reason. That's why, with this just being 24 hours, this is the most important time. Okay, they're already hitting the news about her. Okay, she's had a news story covered about her. I will do a much more in depth on her case for sure. But I didn't want to forget that one at all. So let me real quickly check real quick if there's been any updates or anything on, let me go to KII TV again. Actually, I'll share this with you guys while I'm going there. How's that? If my computer doesn't decide to flake out on me. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So this is 3 News, who I have found has done a wonderful job on anything Caleb related. And it looks like all they have updated wise is the same article that we had a little while ago. But you can see here, yeah, they had sheriff's department, they had police department, they had Texas Rangers there. Let's see here. See, they were found at the wastewater. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so we have a time though now. So, according to CCPD, Officer Antonio Contreras, police responded at 3:31 p.m. after a city water employee found human remains in a wastewater collection point. The collection point, which is about 40 feet deep, was full of wastewater, which means that's why the people who had to rescue the remains, and bring the remains up, literally had to get into the area. So guys, I don't want to be gross or anything, but that's the reality of what this rescue of the recovery actually was like. It was full of wastewater, had to be drained safely before they could attempt to retrieve the remains. Those who searched had to wear hazmat suits. There's no evidence that, this time that these are connected to Caleb. However, because of the location, yeah. Medical examiners are on site and will need to assess the remains before an identity. Okay, Police Chief Merkel was there. And again, this is just a reminder, they just had that tropical storm, Alberto coming through, which really pushed a lot of water into this. And like we said, three months of age for remains. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if any of you guys have ever researched anything on that level either to get a better idea. But I have no inkling whatsoever what that would look like. So, let me see there. You guys can see. And let me check real quickly with Corpus Christi Chronica again, see if anything else is popping up yet. Nope, still looks like it's the same person's, same video from before. So let me do this. I have a funny feeling they may be doing a live. Well, what time is it there? It's 4 hours difference right now, I think. Yeah, 4 hours difference. So it's 8:32 p.m. right now. So they could do a press conference tonight. We don't know if they will or not. If they do, I'm going to keep a very close eye on everything tonight. If anyone hears anything, please, you've seen my name with Facebook there, please send me a message, text me, email me. If you got my text me, email me. Okay. Let me pull up my email for you guys right here. Just let me know and I will jump on very quick so we can all share, because this is Caleb. We've all been together from the beginning on. Please keep his family in your thoughts and prayers right now. His mom, his dad, and his sister. Please keep them there. You assume with heat, record high heat, the humidity, and like Amy asked, if in the water, it's probably going to be. And that's why I'm hoping if there's any identification here, it might be clothes related. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what they're able to look at as clothes or something like that, because we do know, remember, he was barefoot. We know he had certain outfit. So, again, thank you guys so much. If you would like, I just saw another message in wastewater, which means black brown water. Exactly. And it was black brown water. And also, don't think he did, but I need to double check. I don't remember him having any tattoos now. And please subscribe up. I am, by the way, we just hit 2,100 subs. I was so excited about that. You guys have no idea. I am going to be going on another cruise with my family. I'm hitchhiking with them, and I'm kind of like the fourth member, so it's works out real well with NCL. The first two people pay, and the other ones come on free. Yes. And also, but I'm going to be streaming from there again for my members. So if you've ever considered becoming a member, please consider being a member. And for those of you who are members, thank you guys so much. For all of you who subscribed, thanks. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to share with you, for those of you who have not seen the short that I did last night, we are going to exit with my craziness of doing a short. I had way too much time on my hands last night. Some of you have seen this, some of you have not seen this. But let me pull it up and say goodbye to you with me getting involved in viral video for the first time in my life. Yes, what can I say? I was having way too much fun. Okay, here we go. Some of you guys know what I'm going to show you. Some won't, but you will now. Bye, guys.
Everything sucks. Just kidding. Everything is great. No, really, I haven't thought about my ex today. Oh, wait. Fuck, I just did. But I went outside for the first time in a few days, and it felt nice, and I might try doing exercise. Not really.
Goodbye, guys.